New poll out this morning from Emerson College, WPIX Channel 11, and The Hill. If this was Drudge, if I was Drudge, it would say shock poll, because it has the race for New Jersey governor between Democrat Mikey Sherrill and Republican Jack Ciattarell tied 11%, undecided. Joining us this morning with his plans for New Jersey, Republican gubernatorial candidate Jack Ciattarell. I said shock poll. Maybe you're not shocked, but that was a pleasant surprise for you this morning. No, you're shaking your head. What do you attribute it to? Should I call you Jack or Chet? Because I know Chet's your nickname. That goes all the way back to a place in a town in Italy, doesn't it?
You've done your homework, and people that call me Chet know the correct pronunciation of the last name is Ciattarelli. So, but Joe, listen, you call me whatever you want, but I'm not shocked one bit by that poll. It's very consistent with what we've seen in internal polling for weeks, and it's very consistent with what I see up and down the state. In the last 5 weeks alone, 3 Democratic mayors have even endorsed my candidacy. People want change.
Police unions, other unions, things that didn't happen last time, I'm told, by someone. I told you my son follows New Jersey politics. You can't believe it. But what happened with the police? Didn't that just happen? Was that unexpected?
Not really. The current attorney general has been the most politically motivated and most anti-police we've ever had in our 238-year history. And my opponent has said at times that she's willing to consider reappointing him. And she's done a number of other things that are very anti-police. And that includes her endorsement of Mandami and Mandami endorsing her. Police are looking for a change, as are many other professions.
She endorsed Mandami.
She did.
I didn't realize that. I was wondering what you attribute to, because you've closed the gap. And the last time you ran, it was much closer than anyone thought. And I think Trump lost. He would say he didn't lose, but I think Trump lost. What did he lose New Jersey by double digits? This time, how much did he lose by? Because how much did you cut it to what the last election?
I lost by 3 points in 21. Trump, 20 compared to 24 in New Jersey, was a 10-point improvement. That's the largest improvement in the country of the 50 states. So, no, he didn't win New Jersey. But the fact that he improved by 10 points says that her strategy is a total failure. She's blaming everything in New Jersey that's wrong with our state. And as a result of the 25-year reign of the Democrats in the legislature and 8 years of Phil Murphy, she's blaming everything on Donald Trump. And he's got nothing to do with our property taxes, nothing to do with the failure of our public schools, nothing to do with the spike in nonviolent crime because the way we've handcuffed our cops, nothing to do with overdevelopment, and nothing to do with our rising electricity rates.
Well, you have he's endorsed you, and you have not run from his endorsement. That I'm not sure what that New Jersey's tough, Jack, and that's all I've seen her say is that you like Trump, and that's supposed to be enough to vote for her. Why do you think the gap is close? I saw some of the debate, but I've also seen that ad that you've got where it's just a simple question that I don't know where you found that tape. Has that been consistent where you ask her what would you do? And really it made Kamala look like the most eloquent person in the world compared to what I saw, or what you're running on your ads. I know that sounds like a free ad for you, but we've asked her to come on. She can come on and say, counter all of this stuff. But that outtake is embarrassing.
Joe, she has not only disqualified herself in a number of ways, and we go through this, but she's also proving she's not qualified for the position. Even during the debate last Sunday, there were some very direct questions she refuses to answer. And it has to do with the fact that she's pandering to the far left element of her party while still not trying to upset certain people. Answer the question. I think the people in New Jersey deserve that. But we've also seen her ducking joint campaign appearances time and time again all throughout New Jersey here. So I don't know if she's trying to run out the clock. You got to press the flesh to win an election in Jersey. It's what I do every day.
Well, that's why I guess that's why you're not here, because I wanted you to come in and sit on set. It's usually better. You won't even cross a bridge because and you don't have any national aspects. This is it for you. You want to run New Jersey and fix New Jersey. What are the most important things that New Jersey needs right now?
Joe, I promise you I'll come into the studio next time, as much as I hate that congestion.
The election's coming up. I can't have you on. We can't have you on every week. We got to have Mikey Sherrill on, hopefully, and then we'll make it sort of Go ahead. Becky's from New Jersey. She cares. You care about it?
Jack, I do. What do you think's broken in New Jersey right now? What do you want to change?
Number one, we've got the highest property taxes in the nation. Number two, our electricity rates are going through the roof. Number three, our public education system's failing. We've slipped from 2 to 12 on a national report card. Nonviolent crime is spiking, break-ins, car thefts, flash mobs, because we've handcuffed our police and because of cashless bail. And in our suburban communities, we're overdeveloping them, taking Garden right out of the Garden State. These are the things that everybody's so damn angry about. And so we go out
How do you fix it? Let's just go at this education, because I care about this one a lot. How do you fix education if you're also doing it while lowering property taxes? Because property taxes are what pay for the schools in our state.
Fixing education is all about changing the curriculum. We got to get back to basics and teaching critical life skills, reading, writing, math, and providing vocational training opportunities. We've gotten away from that. We've watered down the curriculum with a whole bunch of things that I believe belong at home at the kitchen table between parents and their children. And that starts on day one when I replace everybody at the State Board of Education. We also need a high-impact curriculum. While we were slipping from 2 to 12 on the national report card, Louisiana went from 48 to 32. If your kid is behind grade level in reading, writing, math, we're going to spend the entire next marking period doing nothing other than reading, writing, and math. I'm a data guy as an MBA CPA. The data's clear. If somebody comes out of 8th grade, not on grade level, they'll be underemployed their entire life.
Yeah, 100%. No argument on that. But what are the superfluous things you'd get rid of? I mean, I have kids in the public school system.
Well, here's a big difference. My opponent says she's keeping the LGBTQ curriculum, and she will not let parents opt out of those lessons. Now, I'm all for an inclusive environment.
In our school.
I'm all for an inclusive environment. I'm all for a welcoming environment. But I don't think we need that in our public schools. I also think that we're teaching sex education at too young a grade. Explicit sex acts to 12-year-olds, gender ID and sexual orientation in kindergarten. Parents don't approve of that. It's one of the number one issues in this campaign.
What's I've had Phil Murphy. We've had Phil Murphy on more than a few times. What do the finances look like right now? I always, whenever he's on, I say I think Florida's zero. Where's he got? There's a millionaire. Didn't he do a millionaire tax too? Is it? If you are, it's 11. What is it? What's the state income tax? He's raised it to what? And then what additional taxes are on New Jerseyans?
Joe, we've got some very progressive, steep tax rates in New Jersey going as high as 11%. And our next door neighbor, Pennsylvania, has a 3% flat tax. Pennsylvania is lowering their business tax from 10 to 5. The Democrats in Trenton, with the support of my opponent, raised our business tax from 9 to 11.5, the highest in the nation. How the hell are we going to grow our economy with that kind of tax structure? Not to mention that we're a regulatory intensive state that now has some of the highest electricity rates in the country. And that affects business. Trump's trying to bring manufacturing back to the country. You think they're coming to New Jersey with these kind of electricity rates? I can lower those rates on day one.
Are you sure it's a formal endorsement from Mamdani? We're trying to find that, and we can't find it, Jack.
He did a news. He was on one of the news shows out of New York recently. They asked him. He said, "I endorse her." I've called on her to reject that endorsement.
Has she endorsed him?
Yes, we could show you that clip. She said, "If he's the nominee, I guess I endorse him."
Said it like that. Where did she get the? Do you want a 10% sales tax? The ad she's running is a tape of you saying, "I want a 10% sales tax. I will tax everything." I mean, it sounds like your voice. What were you talking about at that point?
We were at a town hall, Joe. And by the way, we're not raising the sales tax. I'm lowering property taxes and lowering income taxes. And I've given very specifics on how to do that. It's a blatant lie, just like it is with the powerful special interests that are telling public workers.
But I hear you saying it. How did they find it? It's not AI, is it?
No. It was at a town hall. And someone said to me, "Jack, I don't understand the math. We've got the highest property taxes, the highest business tax, one of the highest income taxes, and we also have a pretty abundant sales tax. What's going on? What do other states do?" And so we had a larger conversation about the fact that Florida has no income tax. It relies on tourism. Pennsylvania has a 3% flat tax. And I said, I just came back from Tennessee. They've got no income tax. They've got a 10% sales tax on everything. A 10% sales tax on everything. That's what I said about Tennessee. They took that clip, cut and pasted it into a commercial, and trying to lead people to believe that I want to raise the sales tax in New Jersey to 10%. It's a blatant lie.